Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with some more MTG Duels 2013 multiplayer. Today I will be playing with the green deck Pact Instinct, and I don't know, a little iffy on this hand, but let me give it a go. Let me keep this hand here. Alright, let's take a look at what we got. Starting off with the Elven Wall Tracker 1/1. I can tap 2. Target creature I control fights another target creature. Nice little targeted creature removal there. Also have next turn I'll be able to play my Garruk's Companion. It's a 3/2 trample. And then a couple turns after that, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll play Primal Crux. It's got Chroma. Power and toughness equal to the number of green mana symbols on permanents I control. So it's a star trample. Come on, mana, thank you. Turn 2. Oops. We play our Garruk's Companion, then we're gonna attack with our 1/1. Also got this guy for 6. It's a 6/6 landfall, 6/6 trampled landfall. Whenever a land comes into play, I get to put a 4/4, attacking for 1 right now. Get to put a 4/4 green beast creature token onto the battlefield. It is fantastic. Also have the Terror Stomper 8/8 trample, can't be countered, and then this buddy right here, Blanchwood Armor. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each forest I control. I will throw that down next turn on my Garruk's Companion, which means he will be a 6/5 trample, which will be awesome. Flicker Wisp. Enters the battlefield, exile target permanent. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of next end step. So it's just a 3/1 for him, basically. So I can do a couple things. I could have them fight each other. But I don't really want to do that right now. I'll do that after I pump him up. He now gets +3/+3, making him a 6/5 trample. We will attack with that, and that alone. 6/5 trample, coming your way. What say you, Adverb Spires? Adverb Spires. Right? That's what I'm getting out of that. Vias Pyres. Ad versus peers. Oh, I see. That name makes a lot more sense now. Alright, so his turn. He's playing the blue-white Aura Servants? He's playing Aura Servants. He hasn't gotten an Invisible Stalker or Core Spirit Dancer. Oh, he's got a lot of cards in that deck. We'll have 59 still. He should be at around 51. Actually, I should be at 50. I think I'm playing with 61 cards in my deck as opposed to the standard 60. The reason you play with less cards is because it increases your likelihood of getting the cards that you do have in your deck, adding much more consistency to what you're playing there. And turn 4, still can't play anything. Next turn I'll be able to throw down a Primal Crux. But now what I can do is, let me do this first. Attack, pause, activate this to make these guys fight. I'm just gonna kill off his 3/1 flyer. Not even giving him the chance to block with it. And 7 damage goes through. Thank you very much. He is down to 6. Man, oh man, this is a glorious... I've got so much trample in this deck that Blanchwood Armor, it just works fantastically. Blanchwood Armor, also a nice little synergy with stuff like this. I've also got this card called Prey Upon, which is sort of the same thing. I still cannot play this because Primal Crux cost too much still. Cost 6. I thought it was costing 5 for some reason. But I can play another Garruk's Companion. So why don't we do that? And then, why don't we attack for the kill? Unless he's got something up his sleeve. Ad versus peers, nothing to do. I guess we'll go on to another game. That was a bit disappointing. I mean, a win is good. Wins are great, but you just didn't do a lot that game. It's a little sad. Ooh, his hand's looking quite nice as well. I get to play first as well, so we will take it. All right, so I've got a Garruk's Companion, which you saw last game, 3/2 trample for 2. Also have a Blanchwood Armor, another card that you saw last game. I have got my Lightning Greaves, really like this card. It's 2 artifact equipment. What is this that he's playing? Whenever another creature dies, you may gain 1 life. All right, that's fine. So we're gonna Garrick's Companion. So I've got this. The really cool thing about this card is it gives a creature Shroud, which means my opponent can't do anything about it, and it gives it haste. This is really good. I can equip it for 0. So basically I can play a creature, toss that right on it, giving it Shroud and haste, allowing it to attack that turn and making it untargetable to my opponent. I also have a Primeval Titan, which is crazy. 6/6 trample. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, search my library for 2 land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle my library. Great, get tons of lands really fast. The other amazing thing about that card though, all right, he's gonna play a Blood Chief Ascension. It's a good card. I'll take a look at it in a minute. The other amazing thing about this though is it really helps cull my deck, so basically getting rid of the lands very quickly and making it so I'm drawing into things other than lands, which, as you would imagine, pretty awesome. All right, so we're gonna throw down a Blanchwood Armor right now on my 3/2, making him a 6/5. Then we're going to attack. Now my fingers are crossed here that he does not kill this next turn. If he does not kill this next turn, then I will throw a Lightning Greaves on it, giving it Shroud, and meaning that, well, meaning what you think it means. He won't be able to target it, and I'll be able to keep beasting his face. That's the idea. So fingers crossed that it doesn't have any removal at this very moment, or that he chooses not to play it. If he's got removal, he will play it, because it's a damn 6/5 that's going to get bigger and bigger because of that Blanchwood Armor. So expect him to play removal. He has not. Let's see if he does that. This is a priority. This is absolutely a priority for me. So we're gonna throw down Lightning Greaves. And I'm going to try to equip it. No pausing. It resolves. Fantastic. I should have this game. All right, we're gonna just do into this on Nature's Lore, search my library for a force card, put it in the battlefield. Same idea as I was talking with the Primeval Titan. Obviously this is great for land acceleration if I'm low on lands, but the other real huge benefit is that it helps me cull my deck, getting rid of those land cards so that I can be drawing into non-land cards, such as creatures, pump-ups, stuff like that. He is now down to 6. That's really lucky that two games in a row I got Blanchwood Armor with the early game trample creature. That's pretty fantastic. Enters the battlefield, target player reveals a card at random from his or her hand and then loses life equal to the revealed mana cost. So I could potentially lose 1 or 6. We'll see which one it is. It's random. I get no choice here. I lose 1. I reveal the fog. Okay, no big deal. No big deal at all. All right, so can't play my Primeval Titan yet, so the only other choice here is to play the Garrick's Companion. I will attack him with the 8/7, which he will block with both of his creatures, so both of his creatures will die, and my creature will not die. He will gain a couple life, but if it triggers with the stack, he might be able to gain 2 life, but I'm not sure if he's going to gain life off of that. He has to block with both, otherwise he's dead right now. Actually, no, he block with this, then he gains a life, but does he die before he gains a life? Yes, apparently so. Okay, well there you go, guys. That is another win. Time for another game. And again, you know, just yet another game. I was able to get that early trample, plus the armor. Really pumps him up nice and big early on, and man, did that work out well. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and keep this hand. Panda gets to play first, and he is playing the mill deck. So let's see if we can kill him before we get milled out. Ooh, unfortunately he did mill a Blanchwood Armor. That would have been nice to have. What I do have in my hand is a Garrick's Companion. You know this bad boy. 4 of them in my deck, and that's why I've been drawn into so many. Garrick's Pack Leader. Pretty cool. 4/4. Whenever a creature with power 3 or greater comes in the battlefield under my control, I may draw a card, helping give me some card advantage. Plays another Thought Scour. Also have a 4/4 Vigilance Reach. Lordy, oh lord, another Jace's Phantasm comes into play. Okay, so we're gonna play the Companion. Okay, so oh shoot, you know what? I think I actually, that wouldn't have mattered because I wouldn't have been able to do both next turn anyways. I've got this right here. It's an 8/8, costs 1 green less for each green creature I control. So more creatures, the less it costs. Get it in play a little bit earlier. I want to try to hopefully, well, either way I should be able to combo that up, so we're gonna hold off. All right, so we're gonna play this right here. He's got Counterspell. I know he's got Counterspell. I'm not sure if he's got Bounce in that deck. He might have Bounce. 3-2. Looks like he's gonna bounce right now. Oh, there it is. Into the Royal. Bounces that back to my hand. So, next main phase, I play it again. Alright, so we delayed it a turn. Hopefully he doesn't get me down to 10 cards here. Let's see what he does here. So I have this as well. It's like the Blanchwood Armor, but it's an instant. It's for 1 turn. Creature gets +1/+1 for each forest I control. So, you don't even give me a second in order to respond, huh? All right. I'm gonna do this. We will go attack, trigger to kill that, and I don't. Do I want to do this now? What is he trying to end the Royal? What is he targeting? Targeting that so that doesn't die. Okay, well I'm glad I didn't do that then. All right, well this is really annoying that this keeps happening. This freaking guy, the bounce back that he has got, really frustrating. He is going to play a 1/4. He can tap it to put the top, tap 1, tap, put the top 2 cards of the target player's library into their graveyard. All right, so this thing is eventually going to get pumped up if I get 10 or more cards in my graveyard, which hopefully I won't. Hopefully also I draw another land this turn so I can play the Garruk's Companion, do this. I can't, I didn't. I could pump him up and kill that. Been really screwed here for mana. It's pretty frustrating, to be honest. I'm gonna pass the turn here. Hopefully he doesn't have another Into the Royal. Alright, he's gonna play a Howling Mine. Yes, so happy about that. It helps me too. I can draw into mana. We'll attack for 1 again. Alright, so just gonna try this now. Wonderful. And I can attack as well, and then do that. It would go through and kill him. Let's do that. Hopefully this will kill his creature. We'll see what he decides to do. That is an instant. Okay, let's see what he decides to do here. Okay, he is going to choose to block. Then we are going to choose to... Oh, you know what? He might have a counterspell. Looks like he does not. So that kills his creature. 3 goes through. He's down to 17. And I got rid of his creature that would have induced a bounce, or induced a milling to me. So I'm happy to have removed that. And I don't know. I'm feeling okay about this game at the moment. He plays another one of those, 1/4, the Vedalken Entrancer, as it were. Okay, so now we've got 5 mana here. We've got choices. I'm gonna play the pack leader is gonna mill me even faster. But it also means I'm gonna get more creatures out faster to kill him, so it's kind of a toss-up in that sense. You know what, I just want creatures in play. So we're gonna throw down another companion. And then we're gonna throw down a behemoth. And then I will say go. I'm pretty stacked right now, and I've got the Howling Mine too, so I don't feel like drawing more cards is gonna be the solution here. I'm gonna pass the turn for now. Okay, so he's got something. No, he doesn't. Okay. Yeah. For now, that's okay. I'm comfortable with that decision. All right, so he's gonna play this bad boy right here, Jace's Eraser, And another a Font of Mythos, which is like Howling Mine, but one more card. So we're going to be drawing lots of cards each turn. This card's really good for him. Whenever he draws a card, I have to mill a card. So you can imagine that with all this extra draw card. He's got this one, 2 additional cards, 1 additional card. That's a total of 3 additional cards. Every turn I'm milling 3. We've got some choices here, though. We've got to start playing some nice creatures. Let's start off here. Gonna play him. 8/8 trample. And then I'm also going to trigger this. Kill off his 1/4. He'll respond probably... Should have responded by milling me a little bit, but maybe he was saving his mana for something else. No? Alright. Well, then he will probably die next turn. Unless he has like a washout, which I don't even know if that's in that deck at all. We get rid of a card, we'll get rid of a forest. He draws cards, I mill. I am down to 33 now. But he should probably be dead this upcoming turn, so yeah, he goes to his end step, so this should be the game here. Let's not delay it any longer than we have to, and just go for the attack, see what his response is, if anything. Or if it's just a straight up victory. He leaves the game, victory for force. Okay, our next game against Slav host account. The host account of Mr. Slav. I think I'm going to keep this just because I've got 2 Nature's Lore, so I'll explain that in a second here. So Nature's Lore, for 2 lands, I search my library for a first card, put it into play taps. Not only did I have 3 lands in my opening hand, plus guaranteed to bring me up to 5. That's going to mill my deck, like we've talked about in the past, letting me draw into things quicker. Really concerned, of course, about the early game, so we'll have to see how this all plays out here. Because if he gets anything basically within the first 4 turns, which is a lot, so I don't know, we'll see what our draws are. I have some pretty awesome beefy creatures here. Alright, he is playing the black-green deck, I believe that is. Let's see what his other mana is. Plays Viridian Emissary, comes into play. When it dies, search your library for a basic land, put it into play, tapped, yada yada yada. I'm gonna throw down another one of these, bringing us up now to 5 lands. I play another next turn, which has me at 6, which means I can play everything in my hand, a Terror Stomper or one of these guys, which I will probably play this, the Rampaging Battles. Really awesome card. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure his deck does have creature removal, so that's the scary part here. He's going to throw a Rancor on this guy, making him a 4/1 trample. Rancor gives the creature +2/+0 and trample, plus Rancor being the amazing card that it is, once it goes in the graveyard, it returns to your hand. So Rancor is just a non-stop annoyance. So I'm pretty positive that his deck has removal, but we'll see if we can get away with this guy for a couple of turns. 6/6 trample. When I play a land, I get a 4/4 beast token in the battlefield. So it's pretty imposing. And immediately, he throws down a creature removal. Target player sacrifices a creature. I've only got 1 to choose from, so that goes bye-bye, just like that. Got a couple more creatures here. Will I survive, though, to get them in play? That's the question. In my eyes, his deck is undoubtedly a better deck than the one that I am playing. I think it's just, there's a lot of versatility, creature removal, Pernicious Deed, beating me down with essentially what's a 2/1 that he's just pumped up, I mean. Alright, so we're going to throw in an 8/8 now. Can't be countered, trample. Can't be countered, can be killed. Let's see if he's got anything to do that this turn. He kills this, attacks me to 4, I'm down to 8. Game's pretty much over at that point, so we'll see if he removes this or not. What is this garbage? Target player sacrifices a creature, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. And it's got rebound, so it comes back. I think it's during his upkeep it happens again. So even if I play something right now, Well, this is a major loss. Major loss. So I'm not going to play this now because of his rebound. See, so during his upkeep, he gets to play it again. If I played this creature, I would have just had to sacrifice it, and he would have gained more life. So I'm going to go down to 4 here. This is undoubtedly a loss. Really no question about that. Slav host account, congratulations, you have bested me in combat. Target creature gets -0, -X. It's +X, +7 until end. Yeah, so he does this. Next, well actually he doesn't have enough mana to kill this completely. So, yeah, I'm dead. That is a GG for me. GG. And let's go ahead and play one final game. Hopefully we end on a positive note. You know, I mean, I'm playing a deck that's large creatures, large beefy creatures. I don't think I can keep this hand. Large beefy creatures, relatively few of them. This is better. And that guy was playing with a deck that's very, very heavily focused on creature removal. So you do the math there. The outcome was, I would say, pretty much to be expected. If I were to look at those two decks on paper, I'd say, yeah, it's gonna, this green deck here is gonna have a hard time there, and that's exactly what you saw play out there. So kudos to him. All right, I'm playing against the mill deck again. This time, though, this guy gets the Jace's Eraser out nice and early. Very good for him. Turn 3. Play our 4/5 Leatherback Baloth. 4/5 for 3. I don't know, I like the card. May not be the best. It's absurd to me that this deck does not have Rancor in it. Like, come on, are you kidding me? Alright, each player draws X cards, so I'll get some cards. He forces me to mill because of the Jace's Racer. He's doing a good job of hitting me early here with these mills. I'm already down to 47. But remember, if I can kill him early, well then hot damn, we're looking good. And I'm gonna be able to do a lot of damage this turn alone. So that is 8. Why don't we make that 12? Why don't we make that 12 damage? He's down to 8. If he bounces this back, I'm in trouble. If not, he dies. Pretty simple math here, guys. He's gonna play a creature. That is not enough, though. Unless he's got a counterspell to stop my prey upon. He is dead. So, question then becomes, does he have a counterspell? Drum roll, please. It's the crappiest drum roll ever. Let's try to prey upon. Drum roll. He's got a counterspell. There it is. Okay, so he counters that. Fine. Saves him a turn. I think he's still dead. Gonna play our 3/3 here. I'll show you guys that in a moment. We attack him. He'll block and all that stuff, but at least we'll get rid of that. 3/3. Beginning my upkeep, a 2/2 green wolf token is put on the battlefield. I can tap it. Oh, he leaves the game. He realizes he's pretty much dead. So, wonderful. We have gone out on a victory. Thanks, guys, so much for watching this MTG Duels 2013 multiplayer video. Some pretty good games. First one, really easy. Second one, somewhat easy as well. We had that loss there to the heavy creature removal deck. Again, on paper, if you compare those two decks, at least my deck doesn't have a lot of utility at all, so that was kind of expected. And that last game, you know, you get a big beefy creature, you pump them up a little bit, and that's what happens. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more MTG in the future, as well as other great gaming content here on the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you like the content, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.